Yeah, hello, my good people. My name is Azemobor Gregory, and right now you are watching the Voice of Truth broadcast. I am so happy to come your way again. I'm so delighted to share with you some vital secrets that I believe would change your life for good. So many of us um, um, are confused about the kind of life that we are living presently. So many of us are passing through challenges and experiencing the vicissitudes of life, and we desperately need to have a turnaround. And so this video is going to help you to navigate your life through those circumstances that have bedeviled your life, and to recreate your life and live a triumphant and a victorious life. Today I am going to be sharing with you what I titled the secrets of wealthy people. The secrets of wealthy people. Now, the secret I am going to be sharing with you today, they are secrets that your friends who are wealthy, your friends that you admire, that are wealthy, that are well-to-do, they wouldn't want you to be aware of this. So I would like you to pay special attention to this video, and ensure that you watch this video to the end. Please, you could also share this video to bless somebody, because some of the secrets that I'm going to be revealing to you today, they are things that will change your life. I can assure you that. They are things that I know that have changed my life, and I'm not going to hide them from you. I'm going to show them those. I'm going to show you those secrets, and I can assure you that those secrets are going to change your life as well. Now, having said that, let us start by, demystifying some of the misconception about wealth. Number one, I would like to say that wealth in itself is not bad. Wealth in itself is not a sin. Wealth essentially means your ability to be able to cater for yourself, your ability to be able to provide for your needs and the needs of other people around you, comfortably. So in other words, a wealthy man or a wealthy woman is somebody who has the financial wherewithal to be able to provide not just only for himself, provide the good things of life, not just only for himself, but is able to help people around him or her that are suffering. Now, it is important I emphasize this point, so that we will understand that there is nothing really bad in you being wealthy. As a matter of fact, it is God's desires for you to be wealthy. The Bible says that I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospereth. So being wealthy, being able to provide for your needs, is God's design for your life. But you see, what is wrong about wealth is not that wealth itself is wrong. What is wrong about wealth is the use of wealth. What is wrong about wealth is the selfish use of wealth. What is wrong about wealth is the abuse of the purpose of wealth. Now, hear me and hear me very, very well. For many of us who are opportune, for many of us who are privileged to have material wealth and material possession, it is important that we understand that the purpose of wealth is to provide for ourselves and to provide for the needs of other people around us. So when we abuse that purpose, when we wrongfully use wealth, when we direct our wealth for our own selfish enjoyment alone, without considering the needs of others, it is an abuse of wealth. It is an abuse of the purpose of wealth. Remember, you are blessed to be a blessing. The reason why God allows you to be alive is because to be alive and to be worthy is because He wants you to be a blessing to others. So in other words, you are blessed to be a blessing. You are rich so that you can reach others. It's as simple as that. So there is nothing, fundamentally wrong about being worthy. What is wrong is when you abuse word for selfish use, what I call selfish word. There's everything wrong about you being selfishly worthy, living for yourself and yourself alone. As far as I'm concerned, when you live for yourself alone, you're not really worthy. You are a poor man. You're poor. Come to think of it, it's there is no way that you can help somebody else if you don't have. If you are hungry and you have no food to eat, there is no way you can give food to somebody else that is hungry. So you need to be capable to take care of yourself, and you have enough that you can be able to take care of other people who are in need. Okay, so because I'm saying this as somebody who is involved in humanitarian activities, so I know the importance of you being financially capable. I know what it takes to help people who are in need, because you need to have to be able to give. Okay, so that is very important. That's very important. For instance, look at the project that we are doing currently. In trying to reach out and support widows with free 20,000 naira each, so that they can boost their businesses, and in turn they'll be able to take care of their family. We need money to be able to do that. I mean, if you don't have, you can't support a widow with 20,000 naira, so that they can be empowered to help themselves. So nothing is wrong with wealth, but what is wrong essentially is that so many of us abuse wealth. So many of us we use wealth to satiate our personal needs alone, without considering the needs of other people. And so around us, we are greedy, we are avaricious. We just want to live for ourselves alone, and so that is wrong. Now having said that, I want to also address another issue that surrounds the creation of wealth. Another popular misconception that we have about wealth creation. So many of us and so many of us have the opinion, so many of us have the belief that for you to be worthy, you would need to have the following, for you to be worthy, the following factors that I'm going to, enumerate are fully responsible for the kind of wealth that you have or you acquire. Number one, many of us believe that for us to be worthy, we need, high educational qualification. We need to be well read, we need to have a master's, a PhD. We need to, to go to the university and all of that. Many of us, number two, believe that we need to be talented. Many of us believe that we need to be extremely skillful. Many of us also believe that we need to be very hardworking. Many of us, especially our young people nowadays, they believe that we need to travel outside the shores of this country, travel to America, travel to Europe, in order for us to become worthy, in order for us to become financially successful, as the case may be. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying that all of these factors that I've just enumerated, I'm not saying that they're not important in helping us to create a worthy life. I'm not saying they're not important in making us to become financially successful. But the point I'm making is that these factors, they are peripheral. They are peripheral factors when considering what it takes to be truly worthy. Yes, they are peripheral factors. They are not the core factor. They're not the core factor. Now I will tell you why I say so. For instance, let's look at the factors and let's see how we can look at them again. For instance, let's look at your academic qualification. Now you will agree with me that we have a lot of people that are eminently academically qualified, and yet they are broke, completely broke. In short, they are struggling for survival. We have a lot of professors in the universities that are broke. They are poor. Now, what that goes to show you is that yes, it's good to be educated, but then there is something that is more than your education that enables you to create the kind of wealth that I'm talking about. Some few years ago, if I remember vividly, I was amazed during one of the interviews we organized in my organization in recruiting workers, employees. In one of the interviews that we organized, we actually were looking for a business and administrative manager, and I was amazed when a gentleman walked into our office. He was ushered into our office for the interview, and when he sat down, I asked for his credentials. So as I was going through the credentials, something struck me. I saw his certificate that showed that he's a PhD holder. I was shocked. So I looked at him and said, gentleman, do you mean to tell me that you have PhD? He said, yes, I have PhD in business administration. Wow, you have PhD? He said, yes. I said, why are you looking for a job? Why are you looking for a job? I was trying to interview him, but at the end of the day, he was not able to give me a very cogent reason why he would acquire such an impressive qualification, and yet he's looking for a job. And interestingly, then he wasn't asking for much. he was asking for much, because he was asking for maybe about 80,000 naira for him to, so can you imagine a PhD holder? So I was amazed. But that is, by the way, I'm not trying to ridicule him. But again, to remember, some few years ago too, it was awash in the media that when Dangote advertised for truck drivers for his company, it was awash in the media that even some PhD holders responded to they responded to the advert. I don't know how. It's so funny. That goes to show you that, look, your academic qualification does not determine how worthy you become in life. And the reality, of course, is that if you go to many offices in Lagos, you see school dropouts, employing graduates to work for them. And of course, we have stories of very rich people who dropped out of school. We have stories of Mazukabe Brigade. They dropped out of university because they needed to pursue their dream and all of that. And today the world has become a better place because these people, they dare to dream, and they were not limited by their education. Then of course you have a world that is filled of talented, skillful people who are broke derelicts. You have people who are hardworking and they're not able to put food on their table. If you really want to see people that are very hardworking, I would encourage you that you take a walk to a place where they are to a building construction site. You would see people who really are very hardworking. You see them carrying blocks on their head. You see them sweating it out to make a living, and yet what they're able to achieve at the end of the day is just what they can eat. They live from hand to mouth. Then of course, lastly, we have some of our people, our young ones, that have left the shores of this country. Some of them traveled through terrible routes to get to Europe and America, and thinking that when they get there, things will turn around. They will just find themselves in affluence and wealth. But of course, we all know that is not true. Many of them are stranded in Europe and America. It's not always true. Recently, I traveled to US and for an event, and the hotel where I lodged in California, in Fresno, California, I was amazed that a lot of homeless people were hanging around the hotel, and there was a particular black person that we had an interaction together, and because he accosted me, he was requesting for my assistance. So because he was a black person, so I needed to engage him in the conversation. And in the course of our conversation, I discovered that the guy is even from Nigeria, even from Edo State. And I was wondering, I said, bros, what do they do for a year now? I said, my brother, not mind me. I'm here for about 30 years. Of course, he went on narrating what led him to becoming homeless and married and all of that. Had issues with the wife, but that's a story for another day. But I don't mean to ridicule him. But the point I'm making is this: is that where you are, your location in life does not determine whether you are going to be extremely wealthy or not. Though it plays a role for some, but not in all cases. So that's the point I just want to pass across. Now let me introduce you to the secret that many rich people, many wealthy people understand, and that they exploit that secret and today they become stupendously wealthy, and they hold on to this secret tenaciously, and they wouldn't want you to know. but today I'm going to reveal that secret to you. And that secret is what I call the power to attract wealth. The power to attract wealth. Now, many rich people, many wealthy people, they understand the secret, and they are using it to their advantage, to become wealthy and more wealthy, because they understand that it is a principle. It aligns with the principle of the law of attraction. Now the other day, during our previous discussion, I introduced you to the principle, the universal principle of the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction states that you, as a human being, you function like a magnet. In other words, you are a living magnet, and that you attract everything to your life. You attract situations, you attract circumstances, you attract people who are in harmony, who are in congruence with your dominant thoughts. Oh, that is powerful. So, in other words, the thoughts that dominate your heart attract into your life people, situations, and circumstances. People, situations, and circumstances make the reality of your life. People, situation, and circumstances are the realities of your life. So in other words, your dominant thoughts attract or create the realities of your life. Powerful. So what that means is that your thoughts are powerful. Your thoughts can attract into your life the kind of life that is in tandem, that is in harmony with the nature of thoughts that you harbor in your heart. Very, 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 very important. This is where many of us are missing it. This is the realm that many of us do not understand. This is the secret. This is the missing link in our quest for wealth. Many of us are very, very hardworking. Many of us have acquired all manner of degrees. Many of us are very skillful. Many of us, we are very knowledgeable, but we are broke. The reason is that we have not been able to understand the secret of the power to attract wealth. Now, how do you cultivate, how do you develop this power? I've just told you that thoughts attract. Thoughts are powerful. So for you to develop that power, then it means you must understand the place of your habitual thinking. You must understand the place of your dominant thinking. You must understand the place of meditation. visualization, positive thinking. Rich people understand the importance of their thoughts, and so they are constantly mindful about the way that they think, the way that they feel. Because when you think wet and you feel wealthy, you will naturally become wealthy. When you think wet and feel wealthy, you will attract wealth to your life. Now, let me in closing, let me break this down. Let me break it down so that you can understand me very, very well. I know that many of us, we don't like long videos, you know, but we are very busy online, you know, sourcing for all of the gossip news. But when it comes to vital information like this that will help to change our lives, we feel that it's boring. My friend, let me tell you, you are going to remain the same person you are in the next 5 years to come, except for two things: the kind of people that you hang out with and the kind of information that you receive, either through books or through videos like this. Now let me break it down. One of the key things that you attract when you develop the power to attract wealth, one of the key things that you attract in the law of attraction are the people. Now, wealth is determined by people that you attract into your life. How wealthy you are in life is determined by the people that you attract into your life. Oh yes, that is just the truth. Now, the kind of people that you have attracted into your life right now is in harmony with the dominant thoughts that have saturated your life, your mind. I mean, your mind. Oh yes. Now, if you're an employee, for instance, what has the people that you attract into your life got to do with how wealthy and financially comfortable that you are? Your employer is a human being. It's a person. The human resource manager that interviewed you for that job that you are doing right now is a person. Can I shock you? The job that you are doing right now, where you are right now, you attracted that job to yourself. Can I explain? Oh yes. Now, it is not by accident that you responded to a job vacancy and you attended an interview and you were eventually given the appointment. You were eventually employed to work in that organization amongst all the other persons that attended that interview. You think it's a coincidence? You think it's an accident? No, it's not. Or you responded to a job vacancy and you submitted your CV and you applied online, and eventually you were invited, you were called and invited for an interview. Now, let me shock you. In Nigeria, for instance, because I am an employer of labor, I conduct interviews from time to time. Now, when you place an advert for a job, vacancy, you ask people to send in their CV via email, you'll be amazed that over a period of time, I mean, in less than 24 hours, in short, you'll be amazed the number of applications that you're going to receive. Now, in all of those applications, your employer and the human resource manager that employed you, was able to fish your name out, was able to, sort you out of that heap of application, and eventually you were invited for an interview and you were employed by the organization. It's not an accident. You attracted the person, the job to yourself. So in a similar vein, if you desire to work elsewhere, you can also attract that job to yourself. Now, that is being an employer. Now, if you are self-employed, you are a business owner, you are an entrepreneur who runs a personal business. Now, how do you become worthy in running your personal business? Now, you become worthy in running your personal business, one, by the quality of employees that you're able to attract. You become worthy in running your personal business by the quality of partners, business partners that you are able to attract into your life. Business partners, your suppliers, your colleague, your professional colleague, or whatever. Now, thirdly, how do you become worthy as an entrepreneur, a business owner, or one who is self-employed? You become worthy as an entrepreneur, a business owner, or one who is self-employed by the number, the magnitude of people, I mean your customers and your clients, that you are able to attract to your business, to patronize your business. Now, you must understand that as a business owner, the more money you make is dependent on the number of customers you are able to attract to your business. People that continually patronize your product and your services. The more of them that you have buying your products and services, the more they come back to you, the more money that you make. Now, what makes a particular business more prosperous than the other business